Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Blue, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open to business and let's wake up those football guys. Wake up here, guys. Man, are you ready? Are you ready for some football this weekend? 1 o'clock matchups, which haven't been favorable to the Cowboys, but playing against the Washington football team has with Dak Prescott, who is 7-1. We are ready. Last count, 79 tickets that I personally got from the Washington football team. Have sent out 75 of them. 66 were already claimed as of this morning. So if you ended up getting tickets from me, make sure that you end up, checking your email, because I went by the email on your PayPal. That's where I applied the tickets. If you don't have them, get in touch with me so that way I can resend them, or I can send them elsewhere. I can pull them back if they haven't been claimed. So let me know. I want to make sure that everybody's there. And, wow, I know Skins Fan All Day is going to be there. I know Stacy Schubert's going to be there. I know Brian Green. We just got a lot of you great fans, and we're going to have a great time on Saturday. I've got to pick up David Wiley today. We got to go shopping for some of the groceries, for all the food that we're going to be doing. We're going to have my man Jet D, who's beginning to do his smoking stuff. He's going to be smoking brisket. He's going to be doing the pulled pork. I got to order the 3-foot subs because we're undefeated with the big subs. Got so much to do. I got to finish off the cutting board for my man Greg. I got to finish the table for Reverend Smalls. I got to make sure I have the rack for Stacy Schubert. I got to get that stuff done too, so that way I have it for the game on Sunday. And so today is the last practice, the recovery day, the walkthrough. We'll get a better taste of how everybody is. Zeke Elliott's been practicing fully. Tony Pollard hasn't because of the torn plantar fasciitis. It'll be a game-time decision. Basically, the best thing that happened is actually it's a complete tear as opposed to a partial, from what I'm hearing, that it's really a matter of pain threshold on it. So you know that it'll get shot up, of course, with painkillers and things like that. So that way he'll be able to play, I'm sure. And, of course, Zeke Elliott, who's still, they say 3 to 4 weeks away from the knee completely healing, but I'm assuming that doesn't count for any more wear and tear on it. I just don't see how you get better and still play. But hopefully he'll be ready to rock and roll. And more importantly, I hope that the Cowboys' offensive line is ready to rock and roll, because as much as people want to look at the running back and the quarterback, everything starts with that offensive line. Dalvin Cook wasn't expected to play last night. They said he was still like 11, 12 days away from really being well to go. I remember listening to, I believe, Fox Sports, and they were betting. And they were saying that it was a mistake for Minnesota to bring out Dalvin Cook in this game because they have another capable back that could play. But you saw Dalvin Cook feasting in that first half, and they were literally blowing out the Steelers. I went to bed, and it was like 29-0, and evidently they relaxed, and the Steelers got back into it. So, that's football for you. This is the same Viking team that ended up losing to the Lions. This is the crazy thing about football. You can be great one week and bad the next. I'm hoping that this Sunday the Dallas Cowboys will be that great team, because they're doing a lot of talking. Mike McCarthy, let me see if I got it here. Washington coach Ron Rivera on NBC 4 in D.C. on Mike McCarthy saying the Cowboys are going to win Sunday. He said, you do that for a couple of reasons. One, you want to get in our head. Second, he's trying to convince his team. He's now made it about him, and I think that's a big mistake. Okay? He also went on to say, when he was on Sports Talk 980, the Cowboys are going to win Sunday, is what Mike McCarthy, of course, said. Well, all I know is that the winner is determined by playing the game, not talking about it. We'll show up Sunday. I'm not surprised. It's all part of the game, I guess. So you see Ron Rivera not taking the bait. Ron Rivera is playing the statesman of, oh, okay, let them talk. They're not going to say anything to be egged on to go against the Cowboys. Then Dak Prescott, of course, followed up with his shit, yeah, we're going to win. And Amari Cooper. And I'm not one to do the bulletin board material myself. I'd rather let the play on the field do it for me. I'll give you an example. This is back in my high school days. I know some people like my stories. Some people say they're boring and all that, but it's just my style. But I remember we had Sammy Good. Sammy Good, I think, lives in North Carolina. Sammy Good was big. He was big. He was a junior and I was a senior. I played offensive guard. He played defensive line. Sammy was a little bit bigger than me. He was like a raging bull. And back in our day, we used to do one-on-one blocking. We also used to do Tennessee drills where you had, an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, a running back, and then you had a wide receiver and a D-back or a linebacker. And you had cones, so you had to run through them. Okay, so it was your job to get the defensive tackle, because you only had this much space between the cones. You had to blow him out the hole, and then, of course, the running back would go through, and the wide receiver would have to get the D-back or the linebacker. But this is just a one-on-one drill. And I remember the coach trying to fire up Sammy. Sammy, get that mother, blah, 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 blah. Get him, man. And Sammy's up there. Hoo, 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 hoo. I'll call you back, David. He's all pumped up. Yeah, I'm like a raging bull. And I just kind of like, okay. And I got down in there. And when they called it, blew him out the hole. Didn't say a word. Just blew him out the hole. Knocked him on his ass. He gets up. He's even madder. I just smile. Okay. The coach says, Sammy, you gonna let him do that to you? You bum, blah, 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 blah. Do it again. I just smile. I don't say anything. I'm not egging him on. Go. Pancaked him again. Because sometimes when you end up doing all the talking and stuff, sometimes it can back up on you. You get so hyped up about the talk and everything else and things that you forget what you're supposed to do. I hope that's not the case for our Cowboys. I hope that they're actually saying, we are the better team. We're not going to play down to their level. We're going to go out there and we're going to kick ass and we're going to get out of town. That we're all business. We're coming here to get a win, and that's that. So we'll find out on Sunday how that goes. One other note is Micah Parsons is actually filing for a trademark using Kobe Bryant's quote, "I refuse to change. A lion has to eat." I like that. I love that. He was a little nicked up in practice yesterday, but, somebody said, Mike Fisher said that he's out. I think that they misquoted that. He's not out. He was out of practice there for a little bit, but that was a minor issue and not one that the Cowboys seem to be concerned about. He'll be okay. I think Micah Parsons will play. I think that this is wild horses couldn't drag you off the field type of a game, that this is the Cowboys and the rekindling of this rivalry and understanding that last year losing to them without Dak Prescott twice left a bad taste in their mouth, and they want to get it out. And I'm going to finish this up this morning listening to them talking about Mike McCarthy's guarantee, shall we say, from Rich Eisen. Rich seems to be more even-keeled on anything more than anybody else.
You know, it's lit. The candle being lit for Week 14 is your Dallas Cowboys, T.J. Jefferson.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. This is great because it just happened about 15 minutes ago, and TJ was getting settled in his chair, and he's getting settled in his business.
I missed something?
Oh yeah, you did. And he's getting ready for which candle he's lighting.
Well, I was
and
editing a video.
You're doing your business.
That's how I was handling mine.
You're doing your business.
I was handling mine.
But a few moments ago, Mike McCarthy appeared.
Oh.
Yes.
Here we go.
He had COVID-19.
He's back.
He is back. He did not coach in last week's win in New Orleans to kick off Week 13. Baker's doesn't 1 week ago today. And you know, I got COVID over the summer, as you know, and I've told everybody here it was an experience.
Not pleasant.
It definitely it altered the way I look at things and the way I feel about things, and yeah, you know, and I think I became a little bit more mouthy on a couple of subjects because of that.
You had firsthand experience.
I have.
You know,
I had and I have. Mike McCarthy's come back from COVID-19, and he has just said the following about taking on the Washington football team in FedEx Field.
You know, we're going to win this game. I'm confident in that, and just the prep that's going into it. But more importantly, we're going to. We want to improve, too, along the way. So I think that's all part about what the challenge of December football gives you.
You said we're going to win this game. I'm confident in that. Do you think that could be taken as bulletin board material?
I mean, what am I supposed to say? Yeah, I fully expect to win every game I've ever competed in. I mean, that's what sports is all about. That's what the NFL. Trust me, I understand how hard it is. They're working hard. We're working hard. But yeah, we're clearly planning on going to Washington to win the game. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Mike McCarthy, everybody.
Yeah, that's my coach. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
What exactly? What's he supposed to say?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, COVID has turned him into Bill Walton. We didn't call up the riders in the Metroplex to see did he take his bike to work.
Did he want all the smoke?
Dude,
They're getting at him.
every coach expects to win. Every coach goes in feeling like that. But Mike McCarthy
Said it. I love it.
Joe Judge?
Out there.
I love that.
This is the guy. Remember, he came on the show during the post-draft last year. We had him on post-draft last year. And I kept asking him a bunch of questions about the season coming up, whatever. And he just played it in between. He even said at one point, I forget what the issue was. He even said at one point, I know what you're asking me, and I know I don't want to give it another news cycle, is what he basically said. I forget what that was.
I forget. You're right.
Do you remember that? I just don't want to answer it and give it another news cycle. Because he knows the way it works. And he's just come back, the antibodies are just flowing in him right now.
Rich, maybe he stared death in the face and was like, you know what? I don't care no more.
He just gave the 2021 season a booster shot. What happened to Mike McCarthy in the last 10 days? He's coming out.
He's back in the toll
It's
booth.
Dallas, Washington week. We know this rivalry.
Yeah,
we
we
know
don't like
it.
them.
We
We
know
don't
it.
like them.
I know, but kids today, they're like,
They're all friends.
it's
Well, that's why I'm here to keep the rivalry alive.
Washington and Dallas. That's our era. This era is it really? Is it really? Everyone keeps talking about Dallas and other teams. The NFC East has been down for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, Rich. If we
I don't
go
know,
2-14 and beat Washington, I'd be kind of happy.
I keep saying it's no longer millennials. What generation is this now? Are we out of letters?
Z.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it.
We asked the Generation Z people, who's the Dallas Cowboys rival, right? What would they say? Green Bay? Bucks? What would they say? Would they say Washington?
No.
I don't
I'd
think
say
that would
Washington.
be low on the list, right?
Giants.
Or to be the
But
Eagles.
he just went into this week where the people who are in charge of the organization circle the game. And he said, I just want to see, we're going to win the game. We're going to win the game. Now, of course, grown-ass men who are paid to play on Sundays don't need that extra motivation. No. But they do.
Do they?
Yeah, guess what? They're going to go all into, you just gave the beat writers in Washington like a bouquet. This is the greatest thing.
Yeah.
I don't recall hearing this sort of thing. From a coach? This is amazing. Mike McCarthy, everybody.
Hey, Rich.
Glad to have you back healthy, sir.
I know this is my
Confidence.
department, but since he said that, the line has moved from Cowboys -4.5 to Cowboys -4. So the bettors are thinking the other way.
You don't talk to Taylor Heineke like that. That's Las Vegas, Nevada.
John, I'll call you back.
Love it. Love it. We're scrounging right now. The folks at home, our top-notch staff at home, we're scrubbing. We're gonna get that soundbite. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, I need to hear the tone.
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to say? Says Mike McCarthy.
He is right about that, though.
Yeah, but every coach can. You think Belichick expected to win in Buffalo going into Monday Night Football?
100%.
Yeah.
100%, because he knows I've got the game plan. I've got this. I've got that. I know what's going on. I know how to stop their run game. Certainly, if Mother Nature's going to help us out. Do you think tonight Mike Tomlin's confident going into Minnesota and winning this football game?
Is Ben still playing?
Never say never, but never.
Seriously.
Oh, wow.
Every coach
Yeah, of
feels
course
this
he is,
way.
of course
Every
he is.
coach feels
Every
this way.
coach
Certainly
feels
with a
this
team
way.
that's got an above 500 record, which the Steelers have.
Okay, so do we think that this was the kiss of death for the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy saying this? Or was this just a nice motivational piece or slip of the tongue, or having had COVID, he came out of it and thinks things differently? I don't know. I'm going to think about it while I'm working in the workshop and give you my thoughts on this, on whether or not, or what this really was. I don't really know. With that being said, I got work to do, and you know how we roll.
Our Coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the show with the Sports Report.
This is one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about